Uh-oh. I never cared for that particular pose right there, to be honest with you. I mean, where do you sign on that card? Hi. You always keep this card? I can only sign it on the Bohunkas, though.
Oh, that's a lovely signature. Definitely covered your ass.
It's like a tattoo. We made their day.
They made yours. After all, how often do you get to sign your Bohunkas?
Coming up on this episode of MLB's Carded, we make a trip to a new card shop that is partnered with Tom Brady. J.K. Simmons stops by the studio to remember some all-time Tigers. And Mark DeRosa catches up with some young hobby enthusiasts from his high school alma mater. But we'll start this episode with a look at MLB's new anime-inspired campaign, Heroes of the Game. This art style has devoted fans all over the world and has now found its way into MLB content and Topps card design. Lauren Gardner was at the opening day launch to give us a look.
Fresh off the Tokyo series, Major League Baseball has launched a new anime-inspired campaign called Heroes of the Game. And it makes perfect sense as we take a look at Paul Skeens here. Baseball is stacked with more generational talent than ever before. Uzma, first of all, this activation is awesome, so cool. You can see the fans are so into it. What was the inspiration behind the Heroes of the Game campaign?
So we have actually done some anime on our social handles in the past, and we received such a positive reaction from our fans. Also, more importantly, our players really love the genre too. Julio Rodriguez,
awesome.
Fernando Tatis Jr., they have, you know, their favorite characters and customized cleats. Jazz Chisholm has worn a one-piece chain. So the fact that we were marrying something that our fans love with something that our players love felt like it was a great opportunity for us to lean into the genre and really do something in a new and creative way.
Yeah, that seems like such a natural fit. Like, what was behind the launch here of the life-size baseball cards?
Who doesn't love baseball cards? This was an amazing way for us to really showcase the campaign in a bigger than life manner. We have the baseball cards here. We have some great activation in major cities across the globe. This isn't just a US campaign, this is a global campaign. MLB is a global sport. We just came off of the success of our Tokyo series, so it's really excited to launch this in such a special way.
So for fans like myself who are so into this campaign, where can we find more anime content throughout the course of the season?
We're not stopping. This isn't a one and done just for opening day. We actually have other spots that are going to be launching throughout the rest of the season. We have social posts that are going to be, you know, on our channels throughout the season. So this is going to be sort of an exciting, you know, launch to the season, but continue on through the season up until All-Star.
In my opinion, the perfect marriage, anime and baseball. Everyone's
Our
favorite.
players showcased in a fantastical manner, showcasing their skill on the field. It's a marriage made in heaven. Baseball fans love collectibles. Anime fans love collectibles. Baseball cards are a way for our fans to really get to learn about our players. It's sort of their gateway into baseball. And so what better way to do that than hand out baseball cards today?
Uzma, thank you so much. I appreciate you.
Appreciate it.
Nothing says opening day like free baseball cards. Of course, we're in the right place. We have fans wandering all over the place, including these guys.
Okay, so we got a mix here. I see a Yankee card.
Ooh, can we show the camera?
Jason Dominguez, Aaron Judge, Juan Soto, and Andrew Volpe.
Oh, that's great with the Martian on there.
He's our top prospect.
You have a Josh Hader card. That's pretty big.
Okay.
Astros closer. Can we show the camera that one? That's a good one. What's going on, guys? You already have some cards, but do you want these cards?
Yeah.
See what we have here.
Ooh, Paul Skeens rookie and Shoto.
Wait, what? Will you show the camera?
Shoto Amanda.
Dude. Ooh, Lamont Wade Jr., late night Lamont for the Giants. That's a good one. Let's see what else.
Jackson Chiriota.
Dude, good one. This kid knows his baseball.
You got a good one.
It did get a good refractor. That's a pretty good pack, guys. Let's go. High five. Have fun. Thanks, guys.
When we heard about a nearby high school starting a card collecting club, we had to find out more about it. It just so happens that my buddy Mark DeRosa is a graduate of the same high school. So let's get the scoop from 16-year MLB veteran, MLB Network analyst, Team USA WBC manager, and Bergen Catholic High School legend, Mark DeRosa.
Wow, look at that. Wow, this is unbelievable. Fine cards you have here.
Calvin pin right here.
Oh yeah.
There's Harold right there.
Yeah, there it is. That card wall was incredible. Just looking at generations of talent, I can't even imagine how hard it was to put that together, and it just was amazing to look at everyone. They have Babe Ruth here. Babe Ruth.
Oh, wow.
The signature wall, I mean, you can't really describe it. It's the best players ever on one wall.
Bob Gibson, probably the best pitcher ever.
It's just incredible how you got so many signatures of all these amazing players who shaped the baseball we play today.
The whole wall with Hall of Famers, incredible.
This is cool. This is cool. This is cool.
Bergen Catholic Crusader. When they said Bergen was coming, I'm like, I have to do this, right? Class of '93, changed my life, that school. All right, I'm gonna take you back. I grew up Carlstadt, East Rutherford, right over here. I collected cards as a kid. Some of the guys that I collected, obviously Ken Griffey Jr. was huge.
I want to collect Vladdy or one of the more popular players like Bryce Harper, Juan Soto.
I know Mike Trout's got a huge collection.
Yeah.
I know Josh Donaldson's a good buddy of mine. He's got a massive collection. These guys are into this.
I just love collecting cards because it's like you see like your favorite players. You know, when you turn on the TV, you see, Juan Soto, Paul Skeens just dealing every day. One day it could be worth, millions, who knows.
All right, so take me through the story. How'd you get this started?
Over the last couple years specifically, I got more into collecting cards just as I became more knowledgeable of the sport.
Yeah.
And figured that I should start a club, and what other than something relatable to Bergen, big on sports.
Yeah.
I figured card collecting would be great.
So what are you guys getting out of this?
The first couple weeks, it was kind of the basics, how to buy card packs, how to open a pack correctly without damaging a card. Yeah. We ended up going to a convention at the Expo Center in Edison, and that was big, and one of the reasons why we focused on that for a while.
The card collecting business has come back in a massive way, so this is pretty awesome.
Talking to him was great because, he knows everything you need to know about baseball.
So we're not just card collecting, we're playing.
Yeah. We're playing. And the fact that he goes to Bergen just made him so much more relatable.
I went to Bergen to play football.
Really?
Yeah. I played in college football. I did both. All right, you want some signatures? Let's get some old school cards. All right, Philip, you're the man here. What's the best way to acquire cards?
For the most part, I just like ripping packs because you never know what you're going to get, and that's what I enjoy the most about.
So you were the ringleader of this. Were these guys as passionate about it?
So I think that a lot of them have gotten more passionate about card collecting.
Awesome, awesome.
I think if we can expand it, it could be something that the majority of the school could do because it's just so popular in the area.
Thanks for coming down.
Well, it was great talking to you.
And it was nice meeting you guys, seriously.
Thanks for having me. Thank you.
Yeah. Good luck with everything. Keep grinding.
Pleasure to meet you.
All right. Nice meeting you.
Thank you. All right, thank you very much.
Nice meeting you.
All right, nice meeting you.
The Diamond Kings inserts of the 80s and 90s were literal works of art, depicting the best MLB players of the era. It's one thing to collect every one of these Diamond Kings, but how about collecting them all autographed? That's exactly what our next guest did. His name is Nathan Burns from Grand Slam Collectibles, and he joins us now. Nathan, good to see you. Let's start from the beginning. What was the inspiration for your collection?
Well, it was something as a little kid. We always loved the Diamond Kings, and I've been doing this so long now, the basic stuff was easy to complete, and I knew this set would take years to complete, and I liked the challenge of it.
How many cards are in it in total?
A little over 330 different autographs.
And how difficult was this to acquire? I mean, I have to imagine you have wild stories of this goose chase to try to get all these autographs.
Yeah, unfortunately, some of the players passed away, And some of the later Diamond Kings were much more valuable than the early ones. So people weren't getting those signed at the ballpark or anything. So there's a couple like Kirby Puckett and Scott Sanderson, Tony Phillips. They just don't really exist. So they're really hard to find.
Okay. Were there other, like, I don't know, I have to assume there are like obscure players in a way that may have been more difficult to land as well?
No, really anything from 1982 to 1991, really the only real tough one is Barry Bonds, just because he just doesn't sign much. The others, some of those passed away, are Hall of Famers like Ricky Henderson and Joe Morgan, but people got those cards signed. But once you got into the more expensive, the 92 and 93, there are some that just do not, literally, there may only be one copy that surfaced of a couple of these, or, a handful. They just don't show up.
Over the years, when we have collectors like you on the show, I know that somewhere beneath that camera shot, there's cool stuff that you would like to show me. Am I right? Do you have anything that's within arm's reach that is just, we all need to see?
I have some of the cards from the set. That are some of the tougher ones that people might recognize from when we were a kid. Like there's the Griffey.
Oh, yes. That's beautiful.
That's a really cool one. I sent in to TriStar to get him to sign that one. One of the toughest ones in the set is Kirby Puckett, the second one. There's a 1987 one that's pretty easy, but this is one that is really tough to find. I think there's only 3 or 4 of those that probably exist. Bo Jackson is self-explanatory.
Love that card. I have that card.
Yeah, Bo Jackson is pretty much an icon to guys our age. So this is one of my favorites. And then just due to scarcity and how good he really was, the Barry Bonds is a 91 card. That's a really hard card to find. So those are some of the ones I enjoy. I mean, hey, if you want to look at great cards, I mean, we have Babe Ruth and Roger Hornsby. I mean, I have all those cards for you. I just brought the Diamond Kings over here for you. But baseball cards are my life, so I have all kinds of stuff for you if you ever want to see stuff like that.
No, you're the perfect guest on Carded. Nathan Burns, that was a lot of fun. Hey, if there's a Harold Reynolds auto that you're having a hard time getting, you just call me, okay? I will make that happen for you, okay?
I'll do it, man. Tell him we said hi here in Middle Tennessee. I appreciate you having us on.
All right, take care, Nathan.
All right, see ya.
From one card store owner to another, Chris Costa is the co-founder of Card Vault, and what started as a local shop in Boston has grown to multiple locations and partnerships with some heavy hitters in the sports card world. Alex Jaima caught up with Chris at his new shop to hear all about it.
Chris, we're in your store here.
Yeah.
You started this chain, Card Vault by Tom Brady, 5 years ago.
I did.
Now you have multiple locations across the country. Did you ever imagine you would get to this point, and how did you get to this point?
Yeah, no, it's been a crazy, crazy ride. My partners and I have obviously spent the last 5 years building what we think is the next generation of the hobby shop, right? Creating an experience for collectors and fans to be able to come in and experience the hobby, chase their favorite players, learn about their favorite products. And the fact that we've now opened our 5th location, and we're standing in one of our newest locations here at American Dream, is pretty surreal.
Started as Card Vault, now it's Card Vault by Tom Brady. What's it like just having the GOAT's name, on this brand? What has that done for you?
Yeah, it's insane. My background as a collector, as you know, is I was one of the bigger Tom Brady collectors in the country, one of the bigger Tom Brady dealers in the country, and our first location was at Gillette Stadium. So it's certainly full circle. Tom's involvement is super authentic. Tom loves this industry. He loves our business. He loves our customers. He loves collecting. So yeah, it's been a pretty wild and surreal ride.
Now talk to me about product within the store. Obviously, we got a little bit of collectibles, memorabilia. You have some wax. You have retail. Are you also doing hobby and jumbo boxes?
Card Vault's meant to be the entire ecosystem. So it's meant to be an experience and a destination for everybody. So everything
Parents,
from
children,
dollar bins and value cards all the way up to Mickey Mantle rookie cards and $100,000 items. So there's something for everybody, and I think that's something our customers really appreciate.
How important are brick and mortar shops to the hobby?
Well, yeah, I think we're such a unique industry where the physical component and the physical experience is still super important and will always be super important. Being next to ballparks, being next to arenas, being near stadiums, we want to capture the fan. How do we grow this industry? Well, we think bringing cards and putting them in front of the fan is a huge part of that equation. The hobby shop is the lifeblood of the industry. And all these other components that have surfaced and come about over the last several years, while being incredibly important and amazing in helping our industry grow, this is where it goes down.
There's no doubting Academy Award winner J.K. Simmons' bona fides as an actor. But when we gave this lifelong Tigers fan a stack of cards to see what memories they would bring out, well, you'll see there was no acting needed.
Born in Detroit in '55, those were the formative years of me becoming a Tigers fan. Once in a while, my parents could even afford to take us to a game, so I saw a handful of games at the old Tiger Stadium. Followed them on the radio, read the box score every morning when I learned how to read, and yeah, I've been a Tigers fan since Mr. K-Line was a rookie. Yeah, here we are. Got a stack, which I assume I get to take home. A stack of old Tigers cards, beginning with Mr. Tiger, Mr. K-Line, Al K-Line, Rookie of the Year, Hall of Famer, 1980. Unbelievable right fielder.
Leaping Al K-Line.
Ian Clemente, really the two greatest right fielders of the 60s, and just a fantastic gentleman. One of the big benefits of being semi-famous is getting to meet so many of my heroes. I met this guy, currently on the Tigers staff, Hall of Famer, Alan Trammell, half of the Trammell-Whitaker. Yeah, here he is, got it. Yeah, you can't have one without the other. Trammell and Whitaker. Whitaker needs to be next to Trammell in the Hall. These guys were phenomenal.
Second baseman Lou Whitaker and shortstop Alan Trammell comprise the Major's youngest double play combination.
Nobody will ever touch their record for double plays turned by a Keystone combo. Oh my, the bird. I mean, what an unbelievable story. Detroit baseball, everybody in the world was paying attention to Tigers baseball when Fidrich was pitching.
He's got it. He is some kind of unbelievable.
What a magnificent, unique, fantastic guy. Sparky, I mean, World Series in both leagues. What can you say? I had the pleasure of meeting him later in his life, well after his Tigers days. Phenomenal guy, phenomenal manager. I love that when Gibson hit the home run in the '84 World Series and they were told Gossage to walk him. And Gossage, and they had this big conference on the mound, and you could see Sparky in the mound yelling on deck to Gibson, "He don't want to walk you.
He don't want to walk you. Yeah, he don't want to walk you. He don't want
You know, like, and we know what happened.
And there it goes. Get out of here. You don't want to walk him? No. Don't walk him. No walking.
Should have a Gibby card in here. Oh, there it is. Sorry, I skipped a couple because we just started talking about Gibby. A fantastic guy. Got to meet him because he's been broadcasting for the Tigers for the last several years. Fantastic ball player. Brought that football mentality to the baseball diamond. Loved watching Gibby, especially when he had hair flopping out. Jack Morris, man, I mean, 10-inning complete games. You know, what a stud. The numbers don't tell the full story of Jack Morris. He was one of those competitors that opposing teams did not want to see him on the mound every day.
Jack Morris goes all the way.
Chet Lemon, like underrated center fielder. The guy was a baseball player, a fantastic part of that World Series winning team. Fantastic guy. Peaches, Dan Petrie, also currently a broadcaster with Jason Benetti. He and Andy Dirks are the primary color guys for the Tigers. Delightful guy. I like the '84 guys because, you know, him and Gibby and all those guys are my generation. They're about my age. Going back a little farther, Ron LaFleur, from the prison yard to the ball yard. What a fantastic story. Unbelievable athlete, you know, to overcome what he overcame. Yeah, he had some big Tigers moments.
Detroit's Ron LaFleur hit in 30 consecutive games.
And this guy, wrong card, wrong hat, but right guy, Jim Leland. I mean, the Leland years in Detroit, I basically patterned my character in For Love of the Game after Jim Leland. Fantastic human being, fantastic baseball brain, and just a great leader of people, and still a valuable Tigers resource and advisor. JV, man, obviously a big-time stud. World Series in Detroit, MVP in Detroit, Cy Young in Detroit, pitching well in San Francisco this year. Who knows? Maybe, come on, come back to Detroit. One more year, one more curtain call. Miggy, I mean, for at least 4 or 5 years during that Leland era, the best right-handed hitter in the game, the best hitter in the game. Magnificent talent, and such a baseball IQ, and such a fantastic teammate. Everybody loved him in the dugout, in the clubhouse. And really kind of one of the guys that, he was the first guy that I remember just watching the game as a fan, where the way you see players interact with each other now, and the way you see players interact with their own bench, you know, nobody hits a single and gets to first without, you know, turning around and doing some goofy thing with the guys on the bench. Miggy was one of the first guys that I sort of noticed doing that, both with his teammates and with the opposing pitchers. One of those guys that would, you know, like the pitcher would fool him on a slider, and you would see Miggy go, like look out at home plate and go, yeah, good, you got me.
After Cabrera struck out, it's just a little slight nod of the head to himself as if to say, great pitch.
Here's a competitor. I mean, I'm just going to go ahead and say it, best pitcher in baseball last year and this year, Tarek Skubal. A few years ago, he was kind of like, oh yeah, we got this guy Skubal, you know. He's one of our guys that might have some potential. Never had big expectations, has worked his tail off and turned himself into the best pitcher in baseball.
3-2, he got him.
Baseball cards trigger memories. Obviously, baseball card collecting has become a big business now, but to me, it's just about for love of the game.
Well, we've come to the end of another episode, but I'll leave you with one more thing. Our closing pack rip comes from MLB Spring Breakout Games. Now, we sent a few of the game's rising stars from 2024 Bowman, so let's check out who they pull. While they do that, I'll just hang here and get into these 2025 Topps Heritage Packs. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time, but you're going to listen to me open up some baseball cards right now. Here we go. Mitch Keller. Very stoic face right there, Mitch. Drew Thorpe of the Chicago White Sox. I love the ERA leaders. This is gorgeous. What a beautiful card that is. Chris Sale, Zach Wheeler, Shota Imanaga. A Teoscar NL All-Star outfield card, yes.
Today we're going to be opening these packs. Bowman 2024. We got Dylan Cruz and Jason Dominguez on the label here.
I'm feeling something good here.
Homer! Oh, Homer
On San Diego. Hey, that is shout out my roommate Homer Bush Jr. for being in our pack right there.
Ooh, this is gonna be a cool card right here. Everson Pereira. So Rookie of the Year favorites card. It's pretty cool.
Oh, Mr. MVP right there. Canadian right there, Freddie Freeman.
Colton Cowser. Saw him in the offseason a little bit.
Colton Cowser. Might hear some moos in the stands when he hits.
Oh, look at this. Colt Emerson. That's your boy.
That's my boy.
Look, that's a good-looking card right there.
Shout out Colt, former roommate.
Oh, Paul Skeens. Special card, too.
Pete Crow Armstrong. Probably the best center fielder I've ever played against. Played against him in low A, and he made some ridiculous catches.
Quinn Priester. Hit you in the head.
No? An All-American game in high school hit me in the head. Fun fact.
Verlander. Ellie.
Oh, this is a big one.
Acuna. Oh, this is enough. Aiden Miller. Bowman first. There we go.
Look at that one.
That's a stud right there.
Jace Young. Played him versus Texas Tech in 2019 in Frisco. Shout out Matt Waldron, got the win.
Jackson Holiday. I think everybody knows this guy. Great guy. Can swing it a little bit, run around. Pretty good player.
Oh, here we go. Favorite card of them all. Max Wagner. This guy can swing the stick. He's been my roommate since I saw him pretty much with the Baltimore Orioles.
This is probably my favorite by far.
super cool.
Cowser is just Cowser, so best card right here.
I'm gonna have to go with the Aiden Miller, the green one here.
Yeah, that's another good.
It's a good one right there. I like this Austin Wells rookie card. It's a good looking design.
Gotta go with my guy, Jax. It's the coolest card. I like that Rookie of the Year card, but it's a Yankee, and we can't do that.
Now we're gonna rip this up. Take your time. Turn your thought.